But for those networks that may not attract the desirable demos, and may have trouble because they're too small to be measured, wouldn't you think programmatic would be a boom to them?
Absolutely. Great question again. I think I would just take issue with the wrong demos. I don't know that there are wrong demos.
Thank you.
I think every network out there has a base viewership. Some are very large, some are very small. But they all have value. Really important piece of this, having worked for a small cable network, is, excuse me, the issue becomes, for the buyers, I would go back to what we said before, make it easy to buy my stuff. So I had, as an example, when I was selling for the small network, I had Rentrak ratings. Nice stuff, pretty clear. Everybody understood. That wasn't the pushback. The pushback was, now you're asking me to add another set of negotiations to my buyers, another set of affidavits and invoices, another set of things to analyze, when I have duplication, 85% duplication, if I just buy what I'm buying now. What's the big difference? How can you show me the importance of this? And more importantly, why make it difficult? So I see those sort of small and mid-sized networks as being an ideal set for programmatic. DR is another example. DR essentially is programmatic already. So being able to streamline that and automate those processes would go a long way in helping drive that business. Again, it's all about, if you're going to be pitching my inventory, you have to show me how I'm getting lift.
How did you handle pushback when trying to use Rentrak? I know in those days Rentrak might not have been accessible at the agencies. I think now it is.
Yeah, you know, they've done a terrific job, particularly in the last, I guess, 2 years or so, of ramping up the business, gaining lots of acceptance. They were an extension of my original, efforts with other companies in trying to understand the value of set-top box data. How do you compare a universe of several million to a universe of 20,000? And what are the things that are the built-in foibles associated with that comparison? And is there a story to be had to do those comparisons together instead of in silos? And I think if you're looking at analyzing buys that are becoming more and more fragmented and more complex, you need lots of data points. So you have Nielsen numbers, you now have Rentrak numbers, you have some companies that are doing their own sort of set-top box data analyses, and then you have purchase behavior stuff, actual purchases. This all is going to get tied in together. I mean, it's already begun, but again, where we kind of sit in this is to help keep it in one place so that you can look at it, understand it in an easy manner. You can analyze your buys year on year, quarter on quarter, month on month, so that you, particularly at the agency level, you're getting the best bang for the advertiser's buck. These agencies are under an enormous amount of pressure to produce better and better plans and better buys. And you can't just keep throwing stuff on top of them and expect them to be able to put it into the soup bucket, if you will, stir it up, and then come out with the perfect plan. It's the ideal way of going about it, but if you keep adding and adding and adding, and you don't allow them to step back and do the analysis that's necessary to get these multi-platform buys in the right place, then it's just not going to grow or grow fast enough.